Previously on the Xtreme Onechunk, we explored the death chunk, got some of the smaller grinds out the way, and began our journey to 99 construction on the fishing trawler, starting off with getting the angler's outfit. And now, hello everyone and welcome back. This episode we're going to continue working towards our goals and getting a lot more fishing trawler done. Let's go. So we're not starting with the fishing trawler, we're going to start with some mining. I definitely want to get a lot of the mining grind out of the way this episode. I mean, we've got to get to 90 for the shooting star, but we're only 28 at the moment, so we're going to keep going at this for a long while, I reckon. And that is 30 mining, so I can now mine coal. Unfortunately, the only coal rock in this mine is all the way over here, out of zone. But fortunately I have got a secret coal supply, a secret rock hidden somewhere, which I'll show you later. This is our first magic level from all these superheat items, level 56. I imagine we'll get quite a few more in the course of this smithing grind, but we'll see. And the first smithing level of the video, 23. Iron square shields and crossbow limbs. They're not knives, so we're not interested. That is 30 smithing, so we can now make steel. So I'm going to finish off these iron bars that I've got, and then I can show you guys my secret coal spot. Secret coal! Okay, so the spot isn't that secret, but we're back in the sewers where we have got quite a few coal rocks here, and hopefully the zombies shouldn't attack us. Yeah, we're too high level for them. We've got quite a few, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coal rocks down here, so we can quite easily use these to build up our stash. But when we need iron, we're still going to mine Port Gazard because it's much closer to the bank than the sewers are. So still got to get some iron to make the steel as well. That is 40 mining, so we can now mine gold and size 4 stars. So the nearest gold, I think, is this one here, 10 gold. And if a star does land here, we can now mine it when it's slightly bigger. But it won't land at size 4 yet, so we need other people to take it down for us. But it's a little bit more, a little bit of boost. 45 mining. Can now mine granite. Oh, if only that was halfway to 90. If only. So just got something I never really thought I'd get. I got a elite clue geode. I can't imagine us being able to do that. Sigley the Huntsman. That is absolutely not close to us at all. He'll be up here somewhere, I think. Maybe we'll hold on to it, why not? Might as well. But yeah, don't think we'll be doing that for a little while. That is 50 mining. So we can now mine size 5 stars and some stuff on Fossil Island. Don't think we'll be going there for a little while though. I would just like to say thank you to the mysterious old man who has given me 84 coal from the maze random. That's going to cut this grind down ever so slightly. So we've mined our iron and our coal. So now what we're going to do, just superheat. And that should get us to level 37 smithing, which is enough for the steel knives. So we can just take all of these bars and just go straight to making them into knives. And that is 37 smithing, and that is all of our iron and coal used up, so we can now make steel throw knives, which is what we're here for. We did also go 2 magic levels up in that grind, because obviously we are casting the superheat item, which is very useful. So now we just smith all these into knives. Okay, so while I did say we're going to make just knives, I am actually going to quickly just make some arrow tips for the headless arrows that we've got here, and I'm also going to give myself an upgrade of a steel axe because I'm going to have to do quite a bit of chopping, and it's better than doing it with a bronze axe. Although I don't know why, but you can make axes, but you can't make pickaxes with smithing. So Jagex, please explain that one to me. My email address is always open. And that is 40 smithing, so we can now smelt gold, but again, nowhere near us. Okay, so that is the end of our steel bars for now. We've gone to 44 smithing, so we've still got a little while to go for the mithril. But we're going to take a little break from the smithing and the mining, I just got this steel axe. I want to put it to use and do a bit of woodcutting and a bit of fletching as well. There's 50 woodcutting, first level of the video. So I said I'd take a small break for woodcutting. I actually... Oh, sorry, I've got the hiccups. I actually need about 9,700 willow logs to get the fletching grind done. So we're going to just do all of that now, get it out the way, so we can then do the fletching. 55 woodcutting. So first construction level of the video is not actually going to come from fishing trawler, it's going to come from this lamp here, which has gotten us a 33 construction. Oh, oak larder. Not very useful at all. Good if I was, you know, not a fishing trawler man, but unfortunately not. So yeah, the lamps are going to go on construction, just to speed up the grind a little bit. One day I'll get to use them on Hunter again, but for now we are sticking them on construction. That is 60 wood cutting, so we can now cut yew trees. We don't have any in the chunk. I think the nearest is, yeah, up here. So it's good for when that comes around, because we'll be able to chop it and burn it and fletch it all. So it's a good start, but obviously not needed at the moment. 65 wood cutting. So then we are about halfway, just over halfway to the amount of willow logs we need for fletching. So it shouldn't take us too much longer, and then we'll have all the logs we need. Level 69. That's the weed number. No, wait, 70 wood cutting. Leprechaun charm, I think that's a forestry thing. Probably the last level we're going to get before this grind is over. I've only got about 200-300 logs left, and then it'll be on to fletching. Okay, so we've got all of the willow logs that we need, a nice around 9,700. But before we get to fletching, I'll just take a look at all these birds' nests. These empty ones are from clue nests. I had a look at the nests and couldn't do the clue, so I just chucked them away. And those are the seeds that we've got. So we'll move those into our seed tab, and then we'll start fletching. I actually didn't realise we got a spirit seed in that. That's pretty cool. Don't think there's a spirit tree patch anywhere near us, and we can't farm yet, but it's a nice little interesting one. Now with these willow logs, we could make them into shields, and that would be faster, but what we're actually going to do is make them into willow longbows, because at the end of all this we're going to sell them all, and they are worth the same amount as willow shields, but obviously we're going to get twice as many, so be a bit more money for us to buy swamp paste. 45 fletching, 50 fletching, and that is level 55 fletching, maple longbows, but alas, we have no maple logs. 60 fletching, okay, and that is 65 fletching, so we can now make the diamond tips. So we are, let me tell you, that fletching took a lot faster than the wood cutting. That took me like a few hours, whereas that wood cutting took me days. So we're only going to use one. I know before I said that I was going to use these all for bolt tips.
Going to hold on to them for the fletching grind. They're just a little bit more XP.
But the XP is just not worth it for them. But there is some diamond bolt tips. Put those back. And I think what we'll do is we'll sell all these now that we need the money. But that is the fletching grind officially completed. Okay, so if this one's sold, that is all of our gems sold, so 237k, it's pretty good. It's all going on swamp paste. We've still got a lot more to buy. I think it's time to do some fishing trawler. Let's go fish. That is the first non-lamped construction level, 34. And the first fishing level, 39 fishing. You can hear everyone getting their things as well, but yeah, 39 fishing. That is 40 fishing, so I believe we have now got lobsters, and we can actually get those on the trawler, so that means that our XP is going to increase a little bit having unlocked those. So that's my first dupe. Already got one angler hat, but now I've got two. Here's those 45 fishing. So we're going to take a little break from fishing trawler now, do some mining, I think. It's quite funny, I've learned sort of through my calculations that I am definitely going to get 99 fishing before I get 99 construction, and probably 99 cooking as well. because of just how much XP you get from the net compared to the actual trawl. So 399s possibly in this chunk. So our first level back mining, level 52. So the plan is to get about 800 iron ore, and then obviously the coal to go with it, turn that into steel, and that should be enough to get us to 55 smithing. No, 50 smithing. 50 smithing for the mithril. And then we can sort of go from there. There's a lot of coal that needs to be mined as well, so that's where a lot of the mining XP is going to come from. That is 55 mining, so we can now mine the mithril. We're not going to do that just yet. We've still got quite a lot of coal to mine. Obviously it gets mithril ore. It's 4 coal for every mithril ore we need. We need a lot of mithril ore, so we're going to need even more coal. So we're going to keep doing that for now, and then we'll focus on the mithril ore. Okay, so we've got all of our iron and more than we need of our coal, but we're going to need more coal later on. So the plan now is to superheat all of these into those steel bars, and then make those into knives, and then we can move from there. I think from my calculations, this mining that I need for all the mithril and coal and all that is going to get me to about 79 mining for 68 smithing, which doesn't seem quite balanced, but you know, I didn't design the game. But yeah, so we're going to start smithing these, get all our steel, and then we'll move on to the mithril. That's 45 smithing. Smelt Lovakite ore. Don't think we're doing that for a while, but it does mean that we're only 5 levels away from smelting that lovely, lovely mithril. So we just hit 60 magic. Missed the level, because of course I did. Classic RuneScape YouTuber. 60 magic. I think that's like bones to peaches and stuff for the mage training arena, but we're nowhere near there yet, so nothing to really worry about at the moment. Okay, so we've got all of our steel bars forged. So what we're going to do, instead of doing knives, I have had a slight change of heart. What we're going to do is we're going to go for plate legs and then plate bodies. Because what we need is money. We're going to need to buy a lot of swamp paste from the general store. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make plate legs and then plate bodies, and then we're going to high alch them. High alch them to make some money. I think I calculated easily over 100 mil needed. So we're going to start on that to make a little dent in it. Okay, so we're now at 48 smithing, so we can now make the steel plate bodies, and that's all we're going to do because they are an even better money maker for us than the steel plate legs. It makes it a bit awkward because I could perfectly make 9 steel plate legs in my inventory, but I can't do that with the steel plate bodies. But that doesn't matter. The money from them is way worth it. Oh, now that is what we wanted from this mystery box. So we've actually sort of skipped a step. I mean, we've still got to get all of our smithing levels, but we have the attack for this mithril scimitar, and it is in fact our best in slot. So that is actually one challenge done from a mystery box. And that has taken us perfectly to 50 smithing, so we can now do the mithril ore. Don't have any mithril ore made yet, but I'm sure we'll get it done pretty soon. So now that we've got these plate bodies and plate legs, we are going to do a bit of high level alchemy, see how much money we get from them. Okay, so from all of that smithing, we've got 181k, so nearly puts us up to a mil. I mean, it's all going to go on swamp paste, and we've got a lot more to go, but that's what we've got for now. So for those of you wondering, 1,000,000 coins gets us about 20,000 swamp paste. So we've now got a bit of a stockpile. I think I love saying that word, stockpile. So that's going to get us not very far, realistically, in levels. But let's go out on the trawler and get some of those. So just did a trawler with 2 people, just to sort of see how it goes. Obviously we don't really get any tuna because I was fully repairing the holes in the ship. And I did 86, which is less than what I normally get. I'm sort of averaging like, well, it's about the same as I'm getting from the other ones, sort of like 80 to 100. So we're probably just going to stick to the mass worlds from now on. Body construction, now build a study. One day. Alright, so that is 50 fishing. So now get swordfish, and we get swordfish from the fishing trawler, so hopefully that means that all of our XP will be slightly boosted to make things ever so slightly faster in the fishing department. And as this trawler comes to a close, we are at 45 construction, 6 rooms wide and long, and a chapel. I probably should have led with that. But yeah, that is 45 construction. And with that level, that is where we're going to end this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Those of you who've been paying attention might have noticed I've started memberships on this channel. These are completely optional. Non-members will get the same amount of videos as members. It's just a way for you to show your support, but again, it's not really necessary. Just you all being here is enough for me. Also, I'm going to try and keep the videos regular, but I want to make sure each video has decent content in it, so if they're not fortnightly, don't panic too much, you know, you'll be okay. It'll just take a bit longer to come out. Now I've got that house cleaning out the way, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.